All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Shooting the Sports. It's your host, Chris. I got a special guest here. It's my boy G. He's a huge artist, huge UFC fan, good friend of mine. This is mad uncomfortable. First hard live open I've ever done in my life. G, let the people know who you are. Let's get into it. You want to plug some like your Instagram, art at G, like hook me up, man. Show, tell everybody how it is.
I'm loving the energy, bro.
It's man uncomfortable, bro. Man uncomfortable.
Well, look, bro. No, you did good, man. Actually, the nerd let it flow, bro. You did good. First and foremost, thank you for having me. I felt like this was sort of not a long time coming, but this was something inevitable because we would do this on my podcast, but now you have a podcast solely on sports.
Yeah, for sure.
So this would be more fitting on your platform. But thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yes, I guess I could plug in my social media if you want me to do that
Yes, that'd
now.
be great.
At Art of G Terado, that's GTERADO. If you want to check out my artwork, I
Shit's dope.
thank you. Thank you, sir. It's very kind.
I got some right here, baby. Let me plug you in right here.
Oh yeah, that's right. You do. I did.
Oh, that's me. It's me and my wife. Okay. My wife and my dog. That's pretty dope shit. And then there's me and my mom and my wife as well. So, put you on the spot.
No, thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
of
it.
course.
But yeah, if you're into art, that's where you can find my work. Yeah.
You also have an art podcast that I've been on a couple
Yes.
times.
Yeah. Should I just plug? Should I plug all that stuff now?
Yeah, might as well. I'll put it in the
Okay.
like descriptions in the notes and stuff later, but
Yeah, I do host a podcast, and Chris has been on it a couple times, and that's where That's, I mean, in a sense, it's kind of where we started shooting the sports. I would say,
yes,
maybe.
sir.
I
Yes,
don't know if you
sir.
agree with that, but yeah, Chris has been on there a couple times. It's called Rated G, and typically I feature other local artists and creators, creative entrepreneurs, and we simply just talk about the creative journey and just all things in life. So I do like to get into other things like workouts and combat sports. Usually I go on my own rants, but thankfully I met Chris and we have the common, you know, interest in UFC. So yeah, it's been great. But yeah, you can check that out. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and now on YouTube
Uh-oh.
under my Art of G Terado YouTube channel. So there is a category for the podcast.
Yes, if I have any listeners, make sure you tune in. Hopefully, we get a bigger audience when I start doing all this kind of stuff, but it doesn't matter. I don't really care.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, don't worry about that shit. You just have fun with it, man. Once you start
Facts.
really having fun with it, it becomes easier to do. Just like doing the live intros. Like I still get nervous, but
Nerve-wracking, bro.
once you get into it, you just got to go all out and just kind of bring that energy in and just make it fun. As long as
Yeah.
it's fun. Yeah.
All
But
right. Well, this is the very first guest of my fucking podcast. Don't feel bad if you say fuck or anything.
okay, cool.
I don't really care. If you want to, do whatever you want, man. It's however it goes. But how did you get into the sport of UFC? And do you have any other interests in sports?
Um, so to answer the first part of the question, I mean, I've always liked UFC, but I think but I wasn't just out, like, I didn't know the fighters. Like, I mean, I knew some of the big names, and at the time, this was back when it was airing on FX, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
no, I don't know if they were current fights or if I was just catching highlights. But at the time, it was around when John Jones was really starting to blow up, and Anderson Silva was still kicking ass. But again, I don't even know if I was just catching highlights or not. This was like this was long ago. but I've always enjoyed the sport. And then it wasn't really until like right before COVID where I really started investing in on the fights and watching like the whole
Yeah,
fights. And it was the Zhang Wei Li versus Joanna fight that
dude,
like
the
really
massive hematoma on her head.
yeah, that shit was
Jesus
crazy.
Christ, bro.
Yeah, that was the fight that like pulled me back in. I'm like, oh shit, this was, you know, this was like it was crazy. And I don't know, I guess maybe growing up, just appreciating the art form.
For
Like I've
sure.
always loved martial arts. I should
Yeah.
say, like just growing up on action movies and stuff. But I've always loved martial arts. Big Jackie Chan fan. Love
Oh yeah.
Bruce Lee, Tony Jaa. I mean, I can name a bunch. But yeah, and then but like in terms of other sports, I mean, growing up as a kid, when we're with the Haskell Rascals, I was trying to play not all the sports, but I did play basketball. Wasn't good. That's the thing. I
Oh,
wasn't good at any of the sports I played. I just
come on,
loved to play
bro.
to
From the
play.
Philippines, bro. They
I
love
mean,
basketball over there.
yeah, man, I didn't have those. I was like the Dennis Rodman of whatever team I was on. I was good at getting the rebounds. My
Yeah.
shots were not great. Um, but football would have been. I was. I mean, I guess I would have been good at football if I was able to remember the plays.
Yeah,
I have
that's
to worry
tough.
about making weight because I was trying to play junior football,
Mm.
and I forget what. I mean, whatever the weight limit was, I was a lineman, so I was a big chunker, and yeah, man, like I couldn't make weight, so I never really got to play. But when we would play like at Back Beach at the park, man, I was like a bulldozer. I was like running over everybody with the ball. So like like anytime, like one of my favorite plays were just handoffs because they would just
Yeah.
get the ball and then I would just run through everybody. And so that gave me a little confidence. But other than that, like I actually enjoyed playing volleyball back in high school. I mean, I didn't play for the school, but
Oh, okay.
like just like the gym activities, I was with it for the most part,
Right.
but just never really fully, I never just never went all in. And I think just the way I was brought up, like my dad didn't really like get me into like sports or anything. Like
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
my brother got to play for junior football, and I guess I was kind of like slowly following his footsteps and like wanted to try that. But
Yeah.
yeah, never played for high school or anything. So
Makes sense.
yeah, it's just fully recreational.
Mm.
Yeah. But
But now you're into fitness and stuff. You've been doing a lot
yeah.
of boxing and stuff, right? You've been doing a couple like shadow boxing stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's like weird because it's like I it's like I feel weird to say, yeah, I train boxing or I
Mm-hmm.
train MMA because like I'm just by myself and you know, I mean, I take what I've learned from like programs and stuff and
Right.
even from watching fights, like whatever I
Oh
can
yeah.
do in our gym here at the apartment. Um, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it goes as far as like shadow boxing and in my case, punching the wall or
Right.
whatever I can. Yeah, just to get some impact. Although that does piss off the neighbors. It's pretty funny.
I feel that.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess I train that sport, but it's nothing like intense. But it's fun. It's great cardio.
Yeah.
Kind of it makes you appreciate like the real combat athletes. Because like
Dude, right? It's tough.
I would try to do, I mean, doing 5-minute rounds, just hitting heavy bag or just shadow boxing. It's definitely challenging when you're not conditioned to it. And then just imagine, having to really defend yourself from blows and having that body weight, that pressure
Right.
on you and all that shit. It's like, yeah, that shit's for real. I can see like how you can get easily gassed out. Um,
Dude, that's tough, bro. It's why a lot of the times those wrestlers, when they take their opponents down, they gas really fast or the other opponent gets gassed. It's back and forth half the
Yeah.
time.
Well, yeah, because you think you're putting your I mean, I can only imagine, right? But
Yeah,
I
I mean,
imagine you're applying your your body weight on that person. So they gotta wrestle not their own body weight, but then someone else's. So just
Right.
I see that being grueling. I mean, and no wonder they say like they take you to deep waters because it's like you're fucking, it's hard. It's really hard to breathe at that point when you're like gassed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for those who don't know, today's episode is going to mainly focus on the UFC. I myself am a very big connoisseur of the mixed martial arts, mainly of the UFC. I do here and there watch Bellator and one when I can. One is different because it does focus around the Asian community, and is, I think, it's based in Asia itself, right? I'm pretty
I
sure.
think so.
So the hours are very different. I have watched UFC, I said I think in a more recent episode, quite a lot actually. I grew up with an Asian family in Japan. K1 Pride were very big, so I can remember, being a child and watching live events with Bob Sapp, Mirko
Mhm.
Krokop, Fedor, like all of those old school UFC fighters or Pride fighters. It was crazy stuff to watch. As a kid, it's pretty violent, but
Yeah.
it's funny because when I was growing up, me, my uncles, and like my cousins in Japan, we would just like do all these crazy, squeeze moves. And if I was
Mm.
annoying my uncle, he would put his legs around my stomach and just squeeze. And
Yeah,
that stuff's crazy, man. But like
dude.
it works. It like
Oh
fucks you up.
yeah. Yeah, me and Nicole, no lie, like during our younger years, like before we got engaged. I think this is like right before college. We used to like wrestle, just like fuck around. But
Yeah.
it was like honestly, it was more jujitsu than wrestling for us. We were doing a weird arm like leg locks,
Right.
like just weird shit. But it was like, like we were kind of just like grappling and just, trying to make each other tap basically. But all fun and games, I'm not talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah, yeah.
you know.
But no, so no, so you got your wife into watching UFC, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, she's been into sports in general. She's more into sports than I am, but it was mostly team sports. Then, yeah, I mean, it was around when I started watching again with that Zhang Wei Li fight. That's
Mm-hmm.
when she started slowly getting hooked in.
Right.
Um, kind of like yourself, like I mean, I have these very, very, because I mean, I'm the youngest out of four.
Mm-hmm.
So my oldest sibling, he's the one that kind of got me into all this, really, like the
Right.
martial arts and all that. He is a martial artist, but I remember I remember flashes of like some of the Gracie fights when he had the gi on.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably the first UFC event, maybe. I mean, I really wouldn't be able to tell you, but like I know about Sab. I mean, these guys like somewhat familiar, but never again. Like I caught on late, but I remember glimpse of their fights. Ken Shamrock,
Oh, for sure.
like, so I'm like kind of familiar, but not like I know how old it is. I know how far back it goes,
Yeah,
but
I get what you're saying.
yeah,
So let me ask you, is the audio everything's clear still?
yeah,
Fine. I just realized my Ethernet's not plugged in, so I'm rocking on Wi-Fi. I'm not gonna
yeah, yeah,
chance
yeah.
I'm not gonna chance it. So
No,
um
everything's crisp, bro. As long as
eh,
you can hear me, I hear
yeah,
you
yeah.
fine.
Cool, cool. So we obviously watched the last pay-per-view, which was UFC 273
Yeah,
this past weekend on Saturday. Now, for those who don't know, let me get a little into the backstory with me and
yeah.
G. So I originally met G through my mutual friend Liz's husband, Tom. I think it was their engagement party. We went over and I walk in and I see, this Asian dude in this big no neck, who what I thought was another Asian dude. Turns out he's not. My man, like, just sitting on the couch and we're just chilling. I'm really, like I'm pretty outgoing sometimes. So we're chilling. I drank a whole bunch of alcohol, bunch of soju that night. And I'm
Mhm.
sitting there and I'm looking, right? And Tom goes, "Yo, you ever see this guy open cans of beer with his teeth?" And I was like, I don't even know who that is, but that sounds fucking awesome. And so all I remember is I think you had like 4 beer cans in front of you and you snapped them like bang, 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 and just took them all the tops off like real quick. And I was like, holy shit, that's so fucking cool. Um, and then you had to leave early for some reason. I think it was because I think you were driving home, right?
Uh, I don't remember.
I don't either. It was it was a couple years ago. So then I was lucky enough, and shockingly enough, invited to Tom's bachelor weekend, to the
Yeah,
Poconos, which was sick as fuck. And we talked about it before. But the
yeah,
listeners that I have, if haven't heard, it was wild. A bunch of shit went down. I saw G almost killed Tom with the
yeah.
suplex, but then
Oh, yeah,
Tom,
we did wrestle.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro. And then Tom's dad powers took over, and it was like back and forth. It was pretty
yeah.
good. It was a good match to watch.
He had a good first round on me. I'm still, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm still expecting the trilogy match.
Hell yeah, I need
Like,
to
every
see
now
that
and then I
shit.
text him. I'm like, yo, I'm at your weight class now. So, like,
Hell
you
yeah.
know,
Dude, I mean, that dude was like, out of nowhere, Tom kicked it on. He started punching me and hitting me. And I was like, bro, I didn't even do anything. I'm sitting on the couch just relaxing, right? I'm pretty sure I was definitely like kicking him around while he was sitting down.
yeah,
But
yeah,
my man started beating me up and shit. And then that's when you stepped in.
yeah,
So I remember at one point, everybody was upstairs chilling. And I had just gone downstairs because I wanted to, like fuck with the fire or something. I think we started a fire going and I was the only one by
yeah.
myself. Whatever. You guys were upstairs. So I went downstairs and I remember I put on the fight night. I don't know, dude, but I don't remember what fight night I did. And then
I
that's the
forget
first.
what.
Oh, what?
No, I forget what fight night that was too.
But I remember that was the first time we had a conversation about the UFC. And that's kind of where our friendship really kind of took over and blossomed at that point.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think there were any like acknowledgments I don't think we knew that beforehand.
No.
Yeah, that pretty much sparked it up, man, at that fire. And then
Yeah. Then we did the
then we
easy.
just kept talking. I would ask you periodically, like, the
Right.
status of the fight, because I wasn't watching it. But yeah, I think you had it on your phone.
Right. Yeah. I was watching the fights and I'd be like, yeah, this just happened. And
Yep.
I think I would show you like the highlight reel knockout or something.
Yeah.
And then I remember I don't remember. It was the Adesanya Romero fight, right? That we watched together kind of.
Was it what, that weekend?
No, no, no. It was later on in our conversations we were watching UFC pay-per-view. And then this is what like was funny to me is you texted me, yo, look at my heart rate.
Oh no, that was that was the Brandon Moreno and
Oh,
Davidson fight.
right. The Figueroa fight.
Yeah. I
Dude, my
think that
guy,
was
your heart rate was like insane. It was sitting on the couch. And I get the same way, man. Every time I have a fighter that I enjoyed, like this weekend, I was like, man, my heart is pounding on my chest right now. I'm not even there, but like the adrenaline is kicking in. Like I could go for a 10-mile run, it felt like.
yeah. Yeah, I like, I don't even know if I don't know. Like, yeah, it just does it gets like that. I was pretty invested in that fight just because the circumstances too, because I think it was their first time fighting. It was a
Right.
right, wasn't it like a last minute match for Brandon? He was a step in.
Yeah, and I think it was kind of like the last go of the flyweight. It's because Cejudo stepped away.
Cejudo stepped away. Davison finished off that. I think that was Alex Pereira. No, Alex
Perez, right?
Perez. Yeah, he
Yeah.
finished off real quick, and then I forget who was supposed to fight him next, but then that it fell through, and then Brandon stepped up, and I had watched his fight before that one, and yeah, I mean, and I think leading up to the fight too, they start showing more about the fighters and
Yeah.
stuff. And you see how like nice of a guy he is, big Lego nerd like myself. Like, I used to collect Lego sets too. And so I was just like, oh man, this is a super likable guy. It was nerve-wracking, but that was a great fight. But yeah, my heart rate is so fucking high up. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just like oversensitive or I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, that was like
Yeah.
those are tough, bro. And like even this weekend when I was watching the fights, I was lucky enough to be able to stream it.
Mhm.
But dude, that fight card was just stacked.
Yeah.
Even though a couple of the fights, the Rosenstruck and Gaslam fights got pulled, it was
Yeah,
still a
that
pretty
was a bummer.
solid fight.
Yeah. Yeah, did you want I didn't know how you wanted to approach like the recap of it. Did you I don't know if you wanted to do each fight or the
Yeah, I mean we can like
last
I was gonna,
four.
we can go
I think there's
through.
5 fights. Like I don't know if you just want to do main card.
No, I was gonna talk about actually I was gonna talk about a couple of the other things. I would probably
Okay.
just I'm gonna go through just a couple of the fighters and the fights just to talk about it. You
Okay.
know, um, and it's actually funny. We're gonna start with the early prelims. Did you watch that Alexei Oleinik fight?
I did, yeah.
Dude, fucking called that choke
You
easy.
did, and it took me a second. It took me a second what to to connect with what you were saying. Like, call them like, oh, because you did talk about it on your podcast on the podcast,
Yeah,
and yeah, I mean, good for him because his last couple fights,
we're pretty rough getting knocked the
they're
fuck out.
rough. Yeah, yeah, and it was just getting to that point where people, they're at questioning like, oh, right, people. I think, I mean, at least I was starting to think like
Yeah,
maybe this guy might want to start,
thinking
calling
about
it in.
retirement.
Yeah, drop, hang the gloves. But he pulled that sub off, and it was really cool, man. I shared it on my personal Instagram. There's a video on the UFC account of
Him
uh
teaching.
yeah, Vendera, the chokehold. And I love that's what I love about the combat sports is when there's that mutual respect
Mm-hmm.
and the mutual like and just like yeah giving each other lessons like just they're always learning from each other
Right.
even when there's bad blood, man, depending on who we're dealing with.
Yeah.
But even after that shit settled in the octagon and then there's that mutual respect, like I love that. I love seeing
Yeah.
that shit.
I was really shocked. He's now 60 and 16-1, but it was crazy to me because he was getting his shit beat up, and I thought he was gonna get subbed at one point.
Yeah, when he started bringing the dude down, I
Yeah,
mean yeah, I mean, I kind of forgot that he's like a specialist on the ground. So, I mean, I didn't know how to gauge like where he was at physically, I guess,
with his
like,
yeah, it was kind of weird. I mean, he's super old for a
that's
fighter.
what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if the age catches up to them in terms of like the grappling and submission game as it would, standing up. Your speed
Right.
depletes and your power depletes. I thought maybe the same thing sort of applies on the ground game, but maybe it's more patience on the ground game and it's experience that helps him get through those tough positions because he
Yeah.
he had his Vendera had his back, right? He had
Yeah,
his
I think
back.
he had no. I think he had was it his back and he had a rear naked choke? I don't remember if it was
It
that or
looked I want to say he was trying to get the choke on him, but he kept guarding his neck, and then I mean, I would have to rewatch the fight, but then he just finds his way. He gets himself into the position where he's face to face with him, I think,
yeah.
and
Then he
that's how he
spins
pulls
him
off.
around and he got him in the choke. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, good for him. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, honestly, I
Because
don't
this is
think he's gonna get. I mean, he's not gonna get a notable, fighter because I think he'd
no,
instantly knocked out. Uh, so then that's really the main fight of that card, like the early
yeah,
prelims, and
there
then
were only 3 on that one.
yeah, and well, then going in the final, the prelims, the first fight with Mickey Gall and Mike Malay or
Oh my god.
Malott, dude, that was hard to watch.
I always, I try to be a little biased. You gotta represent Jersey, but
Yeah,
this
dude.
fucking, I don't know, man. They tend to like, or at least every time I watch his fights or his last few fights,
Yeah.
like they seem to kind of like I get it, he's growing in the sport and whatnot, but like it's just like I don't know. I don't know if this is just a really bad run for him, but every time I catch him fight, it doesn't end well.
I mean, this might
Hey,
spell the end of his career, man. To be honest,
so
you're gonna start your career with two notable wins, right? He obviously beat somebody in CM Punk. I mean,
Yeah,
not a
CM Punk though, right? It's like, does that
yeah.
count?
I still love my man Phil Brooks as a wrestler, but not a notable like notch in your belt. But then he did beat Sage pretty comfortably in his fight with Northcutt. And so it looked like he had a really promising career, but he's now only 7-5. And then the last, you know, three fights, he lost to Platinum Perry.
Yeah.
He beat some guy named Williams, lost to Moreno, and then now just got TKO'd in the first round. So I mean, he's still got time. He's young. He's only 30. It's not too old in the MMA game.
No, he's a welterweight, so
Yeah, I mean, he's got at least maybe 5 more years in his
yeah,
career.
I would say 5, and then then it starts getting pretty hard after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing with the fighters. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes they kind of start. I mean, the whole hype thing. It's like, I mean,
Yeah.
is he getting better? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, right. A
Like,
little bit, yeah, kind of. You know,
uh,
it's tough because you have like guys like Patty who go out there
yeah,
and crush their opponents, right? And then
yeah,
he's no notable name yet to pick up, but he's doing the job. They're giving him easy fights, but then you got a guy like Gall. They're just like, this guy's got what it takes. He's gonna instantly be a success, and then he goes out there, 2 good fights, and then now he's just like, it's hard to. It's kind of like a Uriah Hall, right?
mm,
If you ever go back and watch the Uriah Hall Ultimate Fighter series,
yeah.
he does the sickest spinning back kick
I remember that
I've
kick.
ever seen, dude. Like out
That
knock
shit
this
was frightening too.
exactly, right? And so he was touted as the next John Jones, next
Yep.
Anderson Silva. And so he got in there and got thrown into all these huge firefights, and he didn't. It was up and down, up and down. I mean, he's
Yeah.
still in the UFC, and I mean, I think his most recent fight, he knocked Anderson Silva out, but that was, I feel like, 3 years ago.
Yeah, and then he fought Strickland, and he lost to Strickland, and and yeah, and before, well, he had a win before Strickland. I think that's when he broke what's his
Oh,
name?
Weidman's leg, right?
Weidman's leg.
Yeah,
Then he fought Strickland, and Strickland fucking pieced him up.
right. And so, like,
Uh,
that's like the prime example. It never
yeah,
works out when Dana comes out and says, "Oh, the next who and who whatever so and
yeah,
so," you know. Um, so it's whatever, you know, and that's a prime example of the next person I want to talk about. Aspen Ladd was like
yeah,
the next big like female fighter in the UFC, and I haven't seen her win a fight.
yeah. I remember her name being, mentioned a lot.
Yeah, she
And
was.
I wasn't like following her as close, but I mean, I would hear the good things about her, and like how like the one fight she had where she really overcame some adversity because she was losing the fight, and then she just
Right.
came back, I guess, swinging for the fence and won the fight. It was like
Yeah.
a turnaround victory, and then what? Something happened with her weight cut.
Yeah, I think it was
Or,
the Durandamy fight. She was supposed to cut to, I think, maybe 145 or 135, either one, and she got real shaky on the
yeah,
scale and fell. So
right,
she made weight, and she was approved by the commission to fight, but she looked like absolute shit.
yeah,
And I mean, in her last, I mean, ever since the UFC, right? She got a win over Lena Landsberg, which is not notable. Tanya Evinger, another just like gimme fight. Sajara Eubanks, who I had hopes for, but it hasn't also panned out. She beat in a unanimous decision and then has now lost to Duranami, beat Kunitskaya, the loss to Dumont, and then now lost to Raquel Pennington. So I mean, all of those are big name women in the UFC at the moment, and she hasn't produced in those fights. She's beating like lesser people, not being able to succeed in the big name fight.
yeah.
And I swear these fucking names, bro. Sometimes
I
they get
know,
they,
man.
like I hear it and I'm like, yeah, I got that shit. And I'll say it and then I like try to read it and I'm like, what the fuck am I saying?
I know, like fucking props to like John Anik for
Facts.
and Bruce Buffer that
Dude.
really had to announce their names. Like, I mean, well, everyone else too, but it's just like, yeah, man, these names are fucking tough.
Yeah, and then and then the last prelim fight was Ian Gary versus Darian
Yeah.
Weeks. And here's another like soon to be
Yeah. Up
Connor.
rising star.
Uh, the guy is 9-0 in the UFC, and he's coming off of like a crazy knockout win in his last fight. He easily beat this dude Darian Weeks in this fight. It was easy. He had no problem.
I mean, it was a competitive fight.
No, I mean he won 30-27 in one judge's card. I mean, it seemed like two judges cards actually. It
Yeah.
just it just really seemed like he didn't have an issue in the fight.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it was just. I mean, yeah. I think it was just a normal like back and forth. There wasn't anything like nothing crazy happened. But
No,
I mean, no, he wasn't struggling, but I still like he wasn't easily winning either.
I guess
But
that's
I mean,
fair.
he was piecing him up. I mean, he's from what I'm seeing. I mean, yeah, he's a great striker, and he's got his cardio. He's fast. I mean, yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm just learning about. I only saw his last fight for the
Yeah.
first time,
I
but
absolutely love these up and comers that are coming to fight. This is where I think what Connor brought to the game for the UFC was really big because it gave the voice to the fighters, and
mm,
they kind of have the like whatever they got like all the balls to say whatever the fuck they want.
oh, like well, yeah, promotion
Yeah,
wise,
they,
yeah,
they take what Colby's doing as well as like the heel of the UFC.
mm,
It's backfiring on Colby a couple times, him getting knocked out in a
yeah,
fucking restaurant or whatever. Not knocked out, but beat up.
yeah,
Um, but I think that it's cool because it draws attention to those people that don't really watch. Like, oh, that guy's got to be a piece of shit. I want to watch him get knocked out.
yeah,
Lo and behold, it's the guy that does all the knocking out.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, well, there's definitely it definitely draws in the fans. I don't know. Sometimes I'm with it, and then sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm like, all right, let me let the fight speak. Let the skills speak for themselves. But I mean, yeah, Connor's great at it. Kobe's great at it. Nate. I mean, they're all when it works, it works.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen with this Nate situation, man.
Oh, fucking knows, man.
I'm tired of that shit. I love Nate. I love watching him fight, but
Yeah, but it's just like well,
every
I'm just
time.
annoyed because it's like, all right, like you want to fight, you just want to fight so badly, like just fucking take a fight that's offered at this point. I don't know, like it's like how bad do you really want to fight, or how
Right.
bad do you want that money? Because it's like if money is the issue, then I mean, obviously, I don't know what to say to that, but it's like my logic's like if I really wanted to fight that bad to end my contract, like
Mm-hmm.
just take whatever is offered, even if you don't think they're like at your skill level, like fucking
Yeah.
then piece them up.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. I just it's tough because it's like any other business, I guess, at that point.
Yeah.
But if you really want something so bad, why not just settle?
Yeah. I
Go
mean,
out there,
unless
make your money, fuck someone up,
yeah,
demand,
again,
then
it's
demand it again and see what happens. Because
yeah,
he's
but
coming off of
like
what, 2 losses now?
yeah.
Two
He
like
lost to
very easy losses.
he lost
Jorge was bullshit, but
yeah, Jorge and
Edwards.
Dion. Yeah.
I think he could have won that Edwards fight though.
Probably could have if he didn't.
Motherfucker just standing there laughing at him while he's on his fucking chicken legs. I was like, go fucking punch his ass.
Yeah,
Oh my god, dude. I was angry.
I don't know.
Like I watched that one too. I was fucking my heart was beating hard. But all right, let's get into the main card while we're at it. We got Vic Pichel versus Marco Madsen. That I caught most of that fight. It I definitely lost interest. Definitely pretty
Yeah.
quick. I thought it would be a lot more action packed. Usually the 155ers have a lot of action.
Were you expecting a
Madsen,
knockout?
no, it was just a UD.
No, but I mean, were you expecting a knockout?
Oh,
Because
100%.
Pichel.
Yeah, I was expecting it coming
Yeah.
clean, first round knockout.
Yeah, that one just that one went the distance, right? And
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a boring fight. I just didn't
no,
really,
I would say in general, like all the fights on the fight card were all very competitive.
well, for sure,
You
100%.
know?
Could have went either
I
way.
mean, majority of them went to decision,
Hmm.
but there were. I mean, so for your listeners that might not be big on combat sports in general, that's definitely something I like emphasize about the sport is that like don't just watch it for the sake of the knockouts. Like I would really try to like start watching it and be open minded about the like even just like the art form and like how shit how it works in the
Sure,
octagon, like
sure.
the strike, like why the striking and the wrestling, the jujitsu,
Right.
hand fighting, like all these like all these terms, like all that shit. It's what makes it so like exciting because like
Hmm.
especially when you get real technical with it. So like the fan like the sports fans that love like getting into the technicality of like how a football is thrown or whatever, like you apply that same sense with the martial arts,
Right.
like it's pretty fucking like spectacular. So like because I was that kind of fan that was looking forward to knockouts. Like Nicole's that type of fan. She's
Yeah.
always looking forward to the like she loves the heavyweights because guaranteed someone's getting flattened
Somebody's
out.
getting fucking knocked out.
Yeah. But I really try to be open minded about the matches that go the distance.
Sure.
Because like you're seeing like all the hard work that's going on.
Yeah, I think I feel like I'm in the middle. I really enjoy the knockouts for sure, the subs, because that also that like to me is what draws my attention the most, right? Like, cause I'm into oh shit moment. Like,
Yeah.
hey, did you
Well,
see what happened?
you like finishes, and I like finishes too. But yeah, I mean, if it goes to the decision, if it was a
Hmm.
boring match and it went the distance, that's when I'm like, all right, this one was kind of a dud. But if it was if it went through all the rounds, but it was like, I was like, oh shit, like
Like a
I
back
didn't
and
know who
forth
it
for
went to.
sure.
Yeah,
I think that that's happened more than once to me. The the Covington fight,
oh yeah.
that was an amazing fight. This Peter Yan Aljo fight that we'll get into it a little later, but
Yeah.
that
Also,
was
the story behind each match does like
yeah,
play a part.
I think that's why a lot of people, including me, are kind of like drawn away from the smaller fights that go to the decisions,
Mm,
because there's not really that big of a narrative to one
yeah,
to it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I think the beauty of watching like those early prelim fights is because you get to watch you get to watch a fighter grow without the drama, without like you literally just get to watch them grow through the adversity in each fight
Hmm.
until their name starts getting value, and then
Yeah,
they start bringing in attention and then the drama because they start calling out people. Once they
yeah,
start
yeah.
climbing up their rankings, then of course it gets more interesting. But I think in terms of like you're literally just starting to see this upcoming fighter making a debut
Right.
or coming from another promotion, and it's like not as exciting. But if you think along the head, it's like if their first couple fights are good and you start noticing like, oh, this guy's starting to kick some ass. All
Yeah.
right, let's see like what happens. And I mean I find that's how I find the excitement out of like not well known fighters.
No, I totally get what you're saying. And I've always I try to draw the interest as much as I can through my voice, but it's hard, because Jordan and I've tried plenty of times to get to watch this shit, and she just like, I don't want to watch this anymore. I don't like violence. It's scary. And I'm like, I get it, like sometimes that shit's hard to watch, bro. Like when you got
Yeah.
somebody knocked out on the floor,
Mm.
but dude, that's just something I get enjoyment out of so
Well,
much.
I think it's because you understand it.
That's fair.
I was talking with a friend that used to live in our building here, and oh no, I don't know. I posted something about the fights or like wanting to be able to watch these fights with other people, and
Mhm.
she just made some other comment like, oh, I don't like violence, but I'll watch like a baseball game or whatever, and
Yeah.
like that's cool, but like I don't know the rules of baseball, so like I'm more engaged when I'm there, but if I can't
I
get
get
it.
what, yeah. It's tough to follow,
Yeah.
for me, I think what really benefits me is the fact that I have ADHD and like a severe case of ADHD. I
Yeah.
can focus on more than like one thing at a time. Like right now, I'm watching the Yankees game and I have all this sports besides just what we're talking about with basketball going on, NHL playoffs, all that stuff. I think it's just something how my brain works, It's just
Yeah.
like I'm able to focus on all of these things at once and learn. And maybe that's
Yeah.
just my like thing. Like and your art is very intricate and time consuming, and it's so well done, and it seems to be very organized, right?
Yeah, that's safe to say.
Yeah, right. I mean, I've watched you do it a couple times, and
Yeah.
I think that's what like I do with sports is like I go into the detail and I focus on
Mhm.
every different like I don't know, like art form
You
that's
get into
out
the
there.
analytics. I mean that's why you like doing the analytical stuff, right?
Yeah,
Stats and stuff. So I that's cool. Well, what I mean was with when I mentioned my friend is that it's just funny that like an outsider
mhm,
of the sport that's not familiar with it,
right.
because they see the surface, like they just see the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
highlights.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like
Oh, okay,
it's
okay.
calculated though. It's like
Right. They
it's
don't
not
see
like
the beauty behind it.
yeah, it's not like football when you got you're literally just crashing into each other. Like that's
Yeah,
no good.
right.
So like at least there's like more of a precision aspect with the striking and with
100%.
wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Nicole, yeah, she just like likes to watch it for the knockouts, but she does appreciate. She's definitely be beginning to appreciate it for what it is, not just for the entertainment uh value of it.
Mhm.
But it's not for everyone.
No, no, I
Yeah.
get it, I mean, it's some people when I talk about UFC, they're like, and I'm like, yeah, cool, thank you. I appreciate you listening to me.
I tried watching with at Tommy's the one night. It was me, him, and our friend Vanessa, and it was just funny, like just watching the reaction when
Yeah.
because it was you know what? It was Calvin Cater versus Dan Ige. So
Oh,
that was
yeah.
like it was a stand-up fight, and
Right.
it's just like funny. Even so, we watched some of the female fights too, and it's just funny like seeing their reaction because it's like,
Yeah, for
oh
sure.
shit,
Oh,
it's
ooh,
like
ooh.
yeah, that's why
Yeah,
we
yeah,
love this
yeah.
shit.
It's man, dude, I love that shit. And I love when I find out people who I don't ever think, like Liz. Liz fucking loves John Jones. And I was like,
I don't know about
what?
now.
Well, yeah, no, I don't know about. I mean, I don't know anybody that kind of, I don't really know anybody that loves John Jones right now.
Yeah. Did
You
you see
know,
that video that,
I
that they
I
finally
can't. You
released?
sent it to me. Yeah, I watched it, bro. Smashed his head
Oh,
on the fucking top of the
oh yeah.
car. You guys hate me, dude. That was hard to watch, bro.
That shit was hard to watch. That
Dude,
was
I loved that guy, bro. And and he's talking about fighting in June or July or whatever.
yeah,
I'll fucking see it when it happens, bro.
yeah.
Like, God,
Well, that's the thing too
stop
about
beating
a
your
lot of
fucking wife.
yeah. Well, that's
God.
the problem about like a lot of like the big names that really have that like pay-per-view money value to their name.
Mhm.
It's like I just feel like it's just all fucking talk. Like they just do whatever they do to stay relevant.
Dude, look at
And it's
Connor,
like
bro, driving around
exactly.
recklessly in fucking Ireland, getting arrested, punching old man, cheating on his fucking wife. I don't even know, bro. That dude, like, they're just so big, They feel like they're invincible.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just something that like they aren't comfortable being the superstar.
Well, they're. I mean, I think it's just the people they're with too. Like people say
Right.
all the time, when you're stuck with like yes men.
Right. Well, which Connor's completely surrounded by. And I
Yeah,
think what's different between Connor and John is John's brothers both won Super Bowls.
yeah,
If you didn't know
they're
that,
athletes. Yeah,
yeah,
they're
you
big
know,
time
and
athletes.
one of them still plays. With Connor, he was poor.
Yeah,
So now he's got billions of dollars. Look at how stupid he's acting. And if you don't have, I shouldn't say it like, derogatory, but like if you don't have somebody teaching you how to use your money, what's stopping you from being the way that he's being,
right.
going around punching an old man for not drinking his shitty whiskey? That shit tastes nasty, Connor. Doesn't taste good, bro. I know you're not gonna ever hear this, and if you do, don't fucking punch me. It just doesn't taste good. But whatever, man.
Keep my whiskey out your fucking
Yeah.
mouth.
No, Will Smith. Yeah, like, and to go back to the card, this is a really, and I talk
Yeah.
about this card being a prime fight card for like new up and coming fans to watch, because you had in the main event, or not the main event itself, but the main card, to 4 decisions in 1 knockout,
Yeah.
and I would say every single one of those fights, except the Pichel Madsen fight, had me glued to my screen.
Oh yeah,
dude. The Dern Tisha Torres fight was insane.
That was a lit. That was I was a little more biased towards Tisha Torres.
See, I love Dern.
I like Dern too.
Yeah.
I to be honest, I for some, I don't know how, but I kind of forgot how good she is on the ground.
Yeah, dude.
And it wasn't until she was trying to do, what is that, the arm triangle, or no, the Kimura? No.
Yeah, the Kimura, and I think she had that, but then she also had the rear naked on the back, standing up.
The rear naked, yeah, and then she tried doing, I think, the heel
hook and a knee bar.
Yeah,
all in the same like roll.
Well, that didn't happen in one round, right? It happened in
no, it like happened throughout, but like the knee bar and the ankle, like all of it is like so smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know how I forgot, but until that moment happened, I was like, oh shit, that's right. She's like, I just remember she was working on her stand-up. What she is, like, she looked more
consistent. She looked improved.
I don't know, it's gonna sound lame, but fierce. Like, she seemed more intimidating, like with her hands.
Yeah.
This time, because the last fight she had with what's that Brazilian chick? I forget her name.
Ooh, let me pull it up. I got you right here.
She just fought recently too.
Oh no, here we go. Slow. Rodriguez.
Yeah. When she fought Rodriguez, she wasn't looking that great on her feet.
Nah, Mariana's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah,
she's sick.
Yeah.
She's sick. She don't look like she's sick, but she's sick.
Yeah.
One of them skinny weird fighters that like got hands. Like, I don't fuck with me, please.
Yeah, but Dern she looked good. She looked good with her hands. But I don't know. I think just because we know Tisha is like real fast on her feet.
Right? Yeah, she looked.
I don't know. I was just,
man.
She's fucking ripped, dude. When she was trying to keep her composure with all those submission attempts, and you see her fucking
dude,
fucking ripped, dude. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Trying to be like that, Nah, she, and I knew it was gonna happen, and
it was real close, though.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. Split decision loss, but it's funny because I knew it. Her getting on this kind of like a win streak, kind of like getting her name back in the thing. I knew she was gonna falter at the end of the road, and it kind of tends to be the same story with her. She can never get over the hump. The big fight that she needs to get over.
Yeah.
But
I feel like if she just work on her ground game, she'd be a little more complete fighter, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But like time's catching up with her. It seems like maybe at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I keep forgetting about the age, because like everyone I don't know, man. It's hard fucking trying to like, even just guess the age of these fighters, and you find out like how close like the age to. Well, I mean, for me, like when I'm like, oh shit, that motherfucker's fuck you. Well, that motherfucker's 35. Oh shit,
Yeah, right, bro. You guys are farting dust, bro.
Fuck you, bro.
I'm just saying,
Tommy commented on that too.
Yeah, he fucking texted. We were together, and he was like, dude, and I was like, well, what are you talking about? And I looked, and I like had to watch it back like 3 or 4 times, and you say Super Nintendo, and I was like, you're fucking old. And I was like, I don't even remember fucking saying it. Shout out to that fucking guy.
It's just too funny.
But yeah, right. But like,
yeah,
the next fight was even more insane.
Yeah, see, so this one I was the most invested.
Dude,
I was the most invested, and I don't know if you noticed, but like I think it was around that fight, my my text messages, my responses were more delayed because I didn't want to say anything yet
No, dude, I didn't want to talk
until
either because, dude, I'm telling you, I was sweating on the couch. I was sweating sitting there with my mom and my sister, and you know they were watching something else, and I'm sitting there fucking like, like oh shit, dude. In that first round, I thought he was taking him out,
Dude,
bro. I thought Hamzat was gonna knock his ass out, and then
yeah.
I don't know. When I texted you, I felt like he gassed out a little bit,
Oh no, I saw that.
dude.
I
Right? He
saw
kind of.
that.
It seemed like he kind of gassed a little bit.
Well, I mean, I always just try to, consider all the factors too. Like there has to be a point where there's like an adrenaline dump for this guy. Like it's this first actually no, first pay-per-view,
No,
right? No,
no.
first time fighting in front of a crowd, right?
Yes,
Full audience.
I think
I
so.
don't know. It's just like
It's his first big fight.
his first big fight for sure.
My man's ranked 11th fighting in number 2.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. So there had to be some kind of pressure, but I mean, yeah, I did see. I thought he was gassing out. I was getting a little worried. I'm like, dude, I hope he doesn't get knocked out because
Bro.
he was getting a little sloppy, right?
Yeah, when he
But
took
he
that
was really trying, especially when he would try to trade back and forth. I'm like, oh, you're getting caught though. Don't do it.
and that's the scary thing with Burns is that dude has fucking concrete for
Yeah,
fists, man.
yeah,
He's
he's got
small,
power.
but he's got force behind his punches, dude. And
Yeah.
that's what's that, dude. I got scared in that second round. I thought Hamzat was gonna get knocked the fuck out when he got punched in the side of the face.
Oh, when he got dropped.
I think it was that overhand right. Yeah, I think it clipped him and it hit him
Yeah.
square on the chin and knocked him down. And then he went into wrestle mode. And that's
Yeah.
where it seemed like he kind of got a second wind.
Yeah, because that's what they usually do. Is once they get dropped, they use the wrestling to kind of recuperate, catch their
Yeah.
breath, and
It seemed like he kind of woke up, was like, oh shit. Like I almost lost.
I think he ended up clipping Burns too at through that barrage, right? Like
Yeah, I think
towards the end,
that was yeah, maybe, but I know he
or
took
was
him
that round two?
well, round one, he clipped him with his jab and knocked him down.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah, I'm getting.
And that seems to be Burns' weakness is that fucking jab, dude. Usman
Mm,
destroyed him with that jab.
yeah.
And I don't think Gilbert loses anything in this fight.
No, I mean, well, what do you mean in terms of what?
I
Like,
don't obviously he's going to drop in ranking, but
yeah.
I don't think he loses his value.
Oh, I don't think so either. I mean, he got praised just as much as
Yeah,
Hunt, like he risked his fucking ranking,
facts.
know.
And for a guy
And
who
he's
had the
smaller.
oh yeah, dude, Burns is small, dude. And I mean, it was noticeable in the fight. Hamzat was a couple inches taller than he was.
Yeah.
But it was I'm telling you, man, it was a great fight.
But
Really,
that's
really
the
good fight
thing,
to
right?
watch.
Now I'm thinking like, all right, now we know even through like the hard shit, like Hazmat can like we know he can go through
Dude, yeah, he
3
proved it.
rounds under lots of pressure like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So now like and that was from him like going away from their game plan. I
Yeah.
think that whole when his coach is flipping out.
Yeah, he's like, stop
just
fucking going back and forth. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I just like imagine like, all right, so next time he has his, I mean, what? I guess it would be. It's not the title. He doesn't get a title. He has to fight one more time, right? And then
Yeah, no, so they're talking Colby next.
right. Well,
I
so
would
I'm
say,
saying,
throw it into him because I think Usman's hurt.
oh yeah.
I think his knee's fucked up or his hand. One of the two things.
Well, yeah,
They
maybe.
love throwing that interim title around. Fucking do it.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying, like, all right, so if he can, we know he can go the distance. It's like now if he sticks with the plan, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He might have like a really good chance. But I think he's like the underdog in terms of like his matchup with Kobe, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, he should be.
'Cause
Colby's sick, bro.
yeah, he's got that cardio. He's fucking.
I hate his fake persona, but I love him when he fights, dude.
Yo, I'm wondering this. I'm wondering if that shit's gonna end anytime soon. Cause like,
It's starting to fucking fade, right?
well, no, it's fade, but like even just like his like the back, like all the behind the scenes, like his shit with his family, that shit's starting to come up now, like saying how they don't like the persona that he does for
Yeah,
the
dude. It's
promotion. Like, so I feel like something's gonna change, whether he, I mean, I don't know whether he leaves, like it ends up with him leaving the promotion for whatever, or
I
he changes his character a little bit more. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know what's next for him. I think that this Hamza and his fight is very interesting. But I think if Colby loses, I think he either goes up or goes down. I
Yeah.
don't know if he can cut 1 to 155. I think they should. I really do think they should make 165 a thing. But if he's got to go up to 185,
Mm.
you never know. I mean, and that could be the change that Colby's looking for. Maybe he can go become a face and stop acting like a dickhead. Um, but yeah, that was that, and I'm excited for that next fight. So,
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
yeah. So now let me get your take on this Aljo Peter Yan fight. I would love to hear
Yeah.
what you have to say.
Well, I feel like I should clarify, because like when we text back and forth, I'm like, oh, I probably sound like just some like Aljamain Sterling hater, and I mean, I kind of was, just because I
Fake
I
champ.
genuinely didn't. Yeah, I just genuinely didn't like the way he handled how he got the belt,
Yeah.
and like really doubled down on the trolling and all that.
They
Like,
did
cause like
not make him look like a good fucking champ, bro.
no, they didn't, and that's the thing too. I think I tried telling you, like I remember, before I was, before I started watching him, like I remember hearing his name a lot and how good of a fighter, he is. And that first fight with Jan was actually the first fight I saw with him. So I kind of had all this like hype built up. And then I saw that performance, which, he says he wasn't at his 100%, and he,
Yeah, his
he
neck's
had
all
the
fucked up.
neck, yeah, the neck injury. So like I didn't really like know, I didn't know anything about that until it really started popping up.
Yeah.
So I already had all this like built-in like hate towards him because of all that shit. But I mean, now that he won it fairly, I mean,
Yeah.
like, he has my respect, and I mean, he is good on the ground, right? That was always the thing that
Well, he
that
almost
he's known
got him
for.
twice, bro. Almost got him in a
Yeah,
choke
oh,
twice.
100%. And honestly, I kind of had a feeling like, all right, that like after seeing those attempts, I'm like, he pretty much hasn't beat at this point, just because like Jan is, I mean, he still kept firing shots, but he was depleted. He had to be
Oh,
tired
no,
from all that
100%.
defending. He defended well, but again, that shit's fucking tiring. So I just kind of was convinced already, like it's not gonna go his way, no matter how this ends.
No, I
It's
mean, I
either gonna
thought,
end with a submission or decision.
yeah,
So
I really thought that first round was pretty close. Could have went either
yeah.
way. And I think that was the deciding factor for sure. Because I think in the fourth, or the third, one of the no, I think it was the fourth. Jan ended up on top and was controlling
Mhm.
Aljamain for a long time, and I was like, shit.
He did have like some ground control.
It was like
Um,
3 minutes of ground control. Yeah, 5 minutes
yeah,
of total ground control, almost 6 minutes of ground control for Jan.
yeah.
But like that fifth
But that's
round,
because Sterling had those other rounds, I think.
yeah, the 2 and 3 dudes just so dominant. I don't think that you cannot give him the fight after those. And the fifth round was close. It was
Yeah,
back and forth, but for sure it could have went either way, and I think I would have been okay with it. I'm glad I think I'm glad Aljo won for
yeah,
sure. But you know, it
yeah.
sets him up for next one. I hate that he called out TJ. TJ's a little bitch, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I I don't like
Damn.
the TJ call out for the money, man.
Yeah,
I really don't. Like Sandhagen obviously is not ready because Sandhagen and Aljo fought once already.
and Sanhagen lost to Jan.
Well, and Sandhagen also lost to TJ.
Yeah.
So
Did you think he? Do you think that one? I thought.
I thought Corey won.
Yeah, I thought Corey won that fight.
I was kind of shocked, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. I mean, there's a plethora of people down the road that now they're talking about Cejudo's back, but I think Cejudo's
Yeah.
going to fight for the 145, not the 135. So,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, then that then takes us to the
Cejudo's busy. He's been fucking busy. I mean, he
yeah. He's busy, man. Champ,
training
triple C's.
training Zhang Weili, John Jones, Yuri Prohaska, Chung Sung
Peter,
Jung, even though Zombie,
well, he got
we'll get
knocked
into
out.
that.
He looked bad, bro. Yeah, I mean, let's get into
Zombie
that
went
main event,
down.
man. Fuck. I hate that. Fuck.
I mean, I honestly don't I didn't I couldn't see the Zombie winning the belt. You know, like nothing against him. Um, it's just I don't know. Something didn't sit well. Didn't sit right with, or at least for me.
Yeah, I mean,
He didn't
it
seem
seemed
like the type.
off.
Yeah, well, like I mean, I'm not even talking about his performance. It's just like even the styles match up. You know, like
Yeah, I
he
mean, my
didn't have
man.
any tools that I saw would be a threat for Volkanovski.
No, I
But
didn't either. To be honest, I really just thought that Jung was just gonna go up and fucking swing.
yeah,
He got outstruck by 100 fucking punches, dude. A
yeah, man.
hundred.
That's
That's
all.
literally a one-sided fight. I mean, it was hard to. It was almost as hard for me to watch that than it was to watch Ortega get pieced up by Holloway.
Yeah, I, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Part of me feels like because of the buildup, right? Like
Yeah,
he's been with the sport for how long? You know, he's pretty much a
yeah.
vet. You know, he's got a big following because he's the Zombie, like all this shit, and then to see him get pieced up so early in the fight, like
It
dude,
sucked.
when I saw him getting like that many hits to the face, I'm like, all right, I get it. Sometimes people get caught with the jabs, and they might just be like taps. I'm like, this guy is getting like marked up. Like his face is getting red, his
Dude,
eyes
he
are
was
getting
getting
swollen.
lit up.
Like, it's not good when the Asian fighter is causing his Asian fans to ask potentially racist questions about his eyes.
Yo, fuck you, bro. Fuck. I knew you were gonna bring that up. Yes, people.
It's okay, bro. We're all
I
Asian
asked
here, bro.
I asked G, who is also a fellow Asian. I don't think this makes me a racist, bro.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It's
But
totally a valid question.
but I said maybe they should stop this fight. It's pretty fucked up. Let me go back and read the text because it's I mean, it's pretty fucked up, bro. Let's see. Let's
It's
see.
not that fucked up. I laugh.
I thought it was pretty funny. Okay, here we go.
Hilarious.
Let me, preface this. I'm Japanese. Thank you
And I'm
from Asia,
Filipino.
and G's Filipino. I lived in Korea for 2 years. Okay, so whatever. I said so. So G starts off. I don't know if he's gonna continue. I said he got fucked. Not to be racist, which I don't know if I am being, but his eyes are slanted and swelling so much. I wonder if this affects him. And that was an honest question
It was.
because us Asian people, our eyes are not like, round, and so we can't see, whatever. So and for Korean peoples, their eyes are a little bit more square and a little bit like more shallow. So it was swelling, so it was closing his eyes. So I was wondering if he could fucking see through his eyelid. Go back and look at his face. Don't fucking, don't just take my words and run with it. And if Tom ends up ever watching this, he's gonna fucking say I'm racist.
No.
You want to bet? You want to bet? I'm telling you, bro. Just to be
No.
stupid.
It's a valid question.
Honestly, dude, I swear I was like fearful for him because I'm sure his vision's fine, but it's got to be.
The swelling of the eyes definitely affects the vision. And hey, look, man. Hey, there's other fighters there that are very much have the eyes, and it's like already shut. And it's,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
We all go out.
I'm trying to think of a fighter, but like I can't.
Wei Li Zhang, her eyes are pretty.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on, bro. We all go out there. Can't kind of see. Everybody wants to make fun of us.
We're not round-eyed.
No, we're not. We're slanty. Shout out to all the white people. Bless your fucking vision.
Whatever, bro. We're living the dream, you and I. All right, we're married to white women.
Hell yeah, my kid's gonna be okay. Fuck, that's fucked up. That's funny.
No,
Shout out
but
to all the white wives.
No, man, but for real, my man got
Got
pieced up,
pieced.
and it was yeah, and did you happen to see like, because sometimes I do follow some of the publishing, like someone, I guess just a UFC fan who is also Korean
Mhm.
said that
Yeah,
the
his emotional
translator.
ass like apology to the fans, and the translator didn't fucking say anything.
Well, yeah, I think he left out the part that Chen Sung can, yeah. Oh my god, I butchered Chan Sung Jung. I'm just calling him Zombie.
Yeah,
Zombie.
fair,
He
bro.
he had considered multiple times from his last fights about
Retiring, right?
retiring, and I don't think the guy. I think the guy left that part out,
I
or
think so.
just
He may have just been in the caught up in the moment, but yeah, those are some like
possibly.
those are some crucial things that you got to mention.
Yeah, I mean, if you thought it, yeah, I mean, well, Brendan Schaub fucking struggled with that. He debated about retiring, and
Well, and look what happened to him, dude. I mean,
yeah,
he got fucked up too.
I'm curious about his stand up because, like,
I've heard it's funny.
yeah,
I don't really think he's funny, but I've
when I
heard it's
hear him
funny.
on so like, because like I listen to his I don't listen to his below the belt or the Schaub show.
No, I don't know. It's you're talking about the one with the guy from The Hangover,
What?
the Spanish dude. Is he Spanish? His
No,
other
no, no, no.
podcast.
Well, he has a podcast when he talks about mainly about the UFC, like UFC and the combat sports. But he has the comedian podcast,
Mm.
the King and the Sting.
Yeah, yeah,
When I
yeah.
listen to him on that with like the other guys, like he just like he's not like I'm like, oh, he's a comedian like amongst these guys.
It seems forced.
Oh, I don't know whether it seems forced or he just seems out of place.
Yeah.
Like he like, I don't know. I might be nitpicky, but
Well, hey man.
like when I hear him talk about UFC, like it's like easier for me to respect him in that realm because I know he was a fighter and he knows
Right.
the ins and outs. But to hear him speak as a comic, it's like, I don't know. I'd rather listen to someone else talk about the being a comic, the
Yeah,
life of
for
a
sure.
comic. So I don't know. I might just be in a douche. I might be a douchebag, but that's just,
Everybody has their own take, and they're their own flavor of comedians.
yeah.
Some
Like I
people
don't
that
hate him, but like I just feel like
no, I really,
I like him more when it comes to hearing him talk about UFC and stuff.
yeah, you just don't think that his comedy is
Yeah.
funny.
Well, I haven't even. That's the thing. I need to see like what his stand up is like because I'm
Sure, you gotta,
curious.
no, I totally get it. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you
No,
per
bro,
se.
you're coming out real aggro right now.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that.
What do you? All right, here. Let's go back to the. What do you think? What do you think about Alexander now?
Well, he's talking about moving up to 155 and fighting the winner, Gaethje and Oliveira.
Yeah.
I
Do you
don't think I don't think he lasts with Gaethje, bro.
Nah.
Nah, dude, if Gaethje wins this title, he's gonna fucking I think the leg kicks would piece fucking Volkanovski apart. His leg kicks are sick.
Mm-hmm.
Two, that's a lot. Well, Volkanovski was like 200 pounds previous to him being in the UFC. So sure, he's dropped a lot of weight, but I mean, consistently being 155 and demolishing those people like that, I don't think he's gonna
Yeah.
be able to go to 145 and take on a guy like Gaethje at all. I don't even think he can take on Oliveira.
I would just like to see. I'm just curious to see like how he would fit in a stand up fight like that. Like when you like looking back on Gagey versus Chandler when they're just fucking
Going ham. Oh my
yeah, man, just throwing bombs at each other and just not even moving, not even trying to wrestle. They're just throwing punch for punch, and I'm curious to see how Alexander would hold up in a situation like that, because I'm not familiar. Like I can't recall a fight when Alexander had to really do a stand up match like that.
Again, against Max, and I mean he lost those exchanges every time. So
That is true. Yeah,
Max, the real king of 145, got robbed those last two fights.
it's too bad he got injured for right.
This one,
That's why he had to pull out.
dude, he doesn't even need to fight anymore, bro. Let's be honest, he doesn't. My man's living the life, bro.
Yeah.
Well, so to compare, right? So let's go. Volkanovski's 5'6" and 145.
Right.
He's not small for his division, but Gaethje's 5'11" and 155.
Mm.
So that's 5 inches plus however long his reach is.
Yeah.
And I mean, Gaethje has hammers for hands, and he fucking kicks like a machine.
Yeah. How would Volk close the distance?
Yeah, and then also Gaethje has sick wrestling, dude. That's like an underutilized part of his game. He wrestles really fucking well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what's next. Cejudo's talking about he re-entered the USADA pool, so he wants to fight Volkanovski next, but Volkanovski came out today or yesterday and was like, absolutely not. You don't just deserve a title shot. You got to fight someone first.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that could be interesting to see, Cejudo fighting someone else at 145 to see who he gets. But who does he fight,
Oh, yeah.
I guess I can go down the list of the 145ers.
Jeez.
Let me do that real quick. Just get on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Divisional rankings. That seems like a thing to do. How you doing, man? You okay?
Yeah, I'm chilling, bro.
Yeah, I didn't mean to catch you off guard earlier.
What do you mean? Oh no, I mean, well, whatever. It's not like I had my dick out or anything.
Okay. You're right. I didn't, but it was pretty close. I fucking called you and I was like, hey, are you ready? Like, I don't know how to do this. Let's set this up.
Oh, I was just chilling on the couch.
Oh, okay.
It's all good.
I felt like I'm ready to go. Shower real quick, and then I was like fucking pumped. I was like, I'm gonna just fucking send it. So I don't, yeah. So I found the list. So I'll go down it. Obviously, Volkanovski's at champ, and then you have Holloway as the number one contender. He's not fighting Cejudo.
Okay.
There's no chance. AJ McKee, he's a Bellator champion. What the hell? So you have Ortega, I mean, who just lost to Volkanovski.
Mm-hmm.
You have Calvin Kattar, who just beat Chikadze or whatever how you say his name.
Chikadze, yeah.
Yeah, Chikadze, and then you have you have Josh Emmett, who beat Dan Ige. You have Yair, who lost to Max Holloway.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last person, I guess, would be Arnold Allen. So I think his best matchup to come back would be Calvin Kattar for sure. For Cejudo, I think Calvin is actually in the contention to be the number one contender if Max doesn't get it. I mean, Max is not gonna fight Kattar again after the dude. I mean, did you see that fight?
Oh hell yeah, dude! Yeah, that's true.
My man literally pieced him up so bad. He was ducking punches like it was a Matrix mid conversation with DC, bro. I've never seen a masterpiece like that in my life.
Dude, they captured a lot of amazing moments with Max. Like that one clip with him showing Ortega
how to fight. Yeah,
how to throw like a combo or something like that.
That was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that was
in mid fight, by the way, for the listeners.
Imagine getting your ass kicked by some random dude on the street, and you got your hands funny, and he puts your hands where they need to be.
Yeah.
And then you're like trying to swing, and he's like, no, this way, and he fucks you up more, and then like he even like put his hands on his face and started hitting. I was like, oh, Max, just end the fight, bro, please. This is sad.
Yeah.
Man,
that was crazy.
If I got any new fight fans out there, what just happened? Oh, sorry. If I got any new fight fans out there, go watch Max Holloway's highlights, man.
Yeah.
Dude's sick, bro. Doesn't need to be a wrestler. He kills anybody on the feet, bro.
Yeah, honestly,
Doesn't even give him a
I would
chance.
I would say like for any for listeners that are considering checking out, I mean, whether it's UFC or other promotions like Eagle FC or Bellator or One FC or whatever. I would just like look up highlights, some recent like fight highlights, and then maybe that'll get you sucked in, and then gradually start investing in on certain names of fighters, popular fighters, and then
100%.
yeah, because I don't know, man. I mean, I'll probably be coming off real biased because like I just don't follow team sports, but there's something about the combat sports like
Oh, 100%.
yeah, I can't really quite describe it.
Maybe it's the individual in you, the lone wolf.
Well, like I don't know. Here, actually, maybe you can answer this for me. I've never understood when fans, when they're talking about the team they're rooting for, they always address them as we. It's
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
God. I
we're
fucking don't even do this, bro. Let's
okay.
not. Let's my fault, dude. I had a teacher my senior year. Me and my best friend from home, Devin, would fucking talk about our teams, right? He loves the Bucks and I love the Cowboys. So I would say we all the time. And this asshole, bro, he like so for those who don't know, and I just want to throw you in there, the Packers do not have an owner. So nobody owns the Packers. The fans technically own the Packers, right? So you can buy a share of the Packers, but it's hard to do that now. I think you have to like inherit it and like it goes through your family. So we would be like, oh, we beat the shit out of this team this week. And he'd be like, oh, who's we? Because do you own the Dallas Cowboys or do you own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? And he'd be like, no. And he'd be like, well, then don't say we because I own the Packers and I could say we, and
Oh
shows us the
no.
fucking diploma or whatever that says he owns like a share of the fucking team. Like, good for fucking you,
Oh,
bitch.
that's so funny.
I live and die the fucking star. All right.
What a flex, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I was
but
shook.
no, but I genuinely don't understand. I don't understand that. Like,
I think it's just like, you get so comfortable with some team, they become a part of your identity.
okay,
So it's almost like an alter ego because when it comes to like football, bro, I'm a completely different person.
yeah.
And especially Cowboys games, bro. I mean, I feel like I'm a part of that team. So it's always we.
I mean, I get it. The energy is certainly there. Like, I've been to. I mean, even for a baseball game,
Mm-hmm.
I was like you wouldn't think that I was not a fan of baseball. I was
Yeah.
all about it. Same thing. I went to a hockey game. Same shit. I was definitely all about like the team I was rooting for. But I just never understood the whole we when it came to like I try to apply it to like combat sports like UFC in like if we're talking about Volkanovski. Yeah, man, we almost
Nah,
we're almost trouble.
nah,
We
doesn't
almost got
work.
that sub, bro, at end of round 3. We were
Yeah.
getting tired, but we just had to, pull through, go back to the plan, and
I fucking wish, dude. Yeah, it's tough to explain, man. Whatever. Fuck you.
I just never understood it. I mean,
Oh, I knew that was fuck, dude. I was waiting for that moment for somebody. I was just waiting.
I was just curious about the thought
No,
processes.
it's totally fine. I think it's just they're part of me, bro. I bleed
I
that.
don't see you on the fucking field, bro. No.
It's all right. They kill me every fucking year, so it's better that way.
Yeah, but it's just so funny because I'll hear that
Mm-hmm.
talk like that, and yeah, and then automatically I'm like, yo, there's definitely someone out there like, oh, what do you mean we?
Oh yeah, facts. My fucking junior year astronomy teacher. Fuck that guy, douche. Fuck all you Packers fans out there. Fuck them all.
Shit. Yeah, I mean, it's all good.
That's whatever. Yeah, I mean that was UFC 273 in a nutshell, though. We covered a bunch, I think. And I know your episodes tend to be a little bit longer. But for me
Yeah.
and my few listeners, it is quite, short. Not short, I guess. It's like an hour. And I think we're about at that cap. So I, don't want to push you too much longer for your time.
No, it's all good, bro. We do it how you want to do it.
Of
We can
course.
bring it home. We can bring it home right now.
So G, what do you got coming up in your life? If you want to, talk about some small stuff before I get into all the stats of other
Uh,
sports and small news.
I mean, finally getting back on the market scene here in Richmond, Virginia.
Yes,
So
yes.
just gonna be doing a few of these events, trying to get my name out there some more.
Mm.
Uh, I mean, that's pretty much about it. Just getting prepped for these events. I've been working real heavy on the podcast with all the
Yeah, I've noticed.
yeah, and like not even in terms of the cuts and all that, but like I'm throwing sound effects in there. I'm trying to make it more visually fun for YouTube.
Oh, hell yeah.
So there's a little
My
more,
face is enough.
huh?
I said my face is enough.
No, yeah, but I mean, yeah, other than that, yeah, just been doing a lot of podcasting. I got a bunch of people scheduled for
Fuck yeah.
the rest of this month, next month. Um, but yeah, other than that, just a lot of prep work. I really haven't been that artsy as of late.
Mm.
Um, I just got like some private commissions. But I mean, yeah, I mean anyone listening,
Hit my boy up.
yeah, if you want any custom artwork done, it can be sports related, whatever you want. I'll make it happen. Uh but yeah, you can check out my artwork at Art of G Terado, Terado on Instagram and Facebook. See my work on there. If you
Nice,
want,
nice.
yeah, and I share the podcast content on there too, some clips. But yeah, other than that, that's about it.
Do you ever think that you're gonna come back down here and do some art shows or like, sell some art down here?
I mean, I would like to, but
I know it's a hassle, bro.
it's just gonna require like a weekend, and
Mm-hmm.
I would have to probably stay at my sister's, and I wouldn't want to. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm like weird about Jersey a little bit.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, honestly, no. It's just family. It's just like I don't know. Like if I can come up and like crash at Tombo's, like that'd be cool.
Fuck yeah.
Like I wouldn't. I don't want to have to stay with my family, and I know when family finds out you're in the area, they're like, "Oh, you come stay with us." Boo." I'm like, "Nah, bitch, I'm trying to get away from you."
No, damn, that's fucked. That's fucked.
No, I would like to because I used to do the events in Trenton. It's the
Yeah.
Trenton Punk Rock Flea Market, which is like
Dude, I would
it's
love
a
to.
it's a dope event. It's a full weekend event, and like I swear, like it doesn't matter what you're into, like guaranteed there's gonna be some really cool stuff there.
Hell
So
yeah. I would love to fucking support you. But
yeah,
also I would love to fucking watch UFC with you.
yeah, for sure. That would be dope. I mean, we are gonna be coming up at the end of May, but it's for a wedding. Like
Mm.
lately, it's just for weddings.
Yeah, you're only here for a couple days.
Yeah, and it's usually with a family, so like it's just it's usually plans are out of my hands.
Yeah, I get that.
That yeah, but I mean, yeah, I mean, you'll definitely know if like something other than that is gonna be like with the guys, like if we're
Hell
trying to
yeah.
something. Actually, you know what? Fucking Tommy. I talked to Tommy briefly, and he was like, "Yo, are you gonna be busy in what June or July?" Because they considering planning a visit. So if that's the case, I don't
Mm.
know. Fucking link up with Tombo, see if that's still in the air.
Hell yeah, might have to hit him up.
Yeah, maybe we can do like I don't know. There'll definitely be stuff to do around here. You know,
Hell yeah.
like a big, you know, guys weekend, I guess.
Oh, that'd be dumb. Or
Well, he
not dumb.
caught the part. He caught that part in when me and you were talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that may have like sparked an idea. So
Dude, I mean, I'm just trying to fucking whisper in his ear, dude. Just tell him like I want to do some shit, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. We went snowboarding the other day. Not the other day, but like a
I
month
saw I
ago.
saw your post on that. Yeah.
Dude, he still got it for old man, but that shit's that shit was that dude. That shit's fucking dope, bro. I love snowboarding. I'm
I
not good.
tried it, man. That shit ain't. I
Uh,
mean, it wasn't for me then.
yeah, I mean, I'm not super good at it either, bro. But it was. I just fucking love being out there, bro. I'm fat, so
Well, yeah. When I tried it, I was like not in any shape to do anything like that.
oh yeah.
Maybe now, like
I'm a
I'll.
deceptively fat, so I got speed and strength, but I'm fat.
You probably would have done better at the Tough Mudder than Davey.
Oh shit, fuck that, dude. No way.
Oh,
No
okay.
way. Fuck no.
You had to fucking
Yo,
carry
they've talked about that shit. I'm like, nah, fuck that. No way.
that.
I'm good, bro. I don't like, dude. I can run really fast, but not for a long time.
Oh well, yeah. Well, when it comes to the obstacle courses,
Nah,
right?
I don't like bending down.
Yeah.
Well, shit. All right. I mean, if you're down, you can you can hop off if you want or whatever. But I got a little bit of a rundown to
Part,
do.
huh?
You know me, yo. If you want to, stay on, you can hear me finish it up. Not too much going on.
No, no. I mean, it is what it is, bro. However you want.
I would love to,
I just
maybe
appreciate
live
the.
reaction.
You go about to do your stats.
Yeah, just a couple small updates for the world.
It's whatever, bro.
All right. Well, so for those in the NFL know-how, the Commanders they came out and were caught by the federal government for stealing money from other owners, the away owners. So Dan Schneider and his shitty group who own the Washington Commanders, the probable worst franchise in NFL history, have broken the financial rule law and have been hiding away the money that they have been making from revenue of away teams. Oh, it caught a cramp in my leg. That's not fun. But so that's probably going to bring in some very big repercussions, and he may lose the ownership of this team. So it should be interesting to see how this unfolds in the later weeks. You also have in other news, currently the NBA is in the play-in. The Lakers have been eliminated. They had fired their head coach, Frank Vogel. A lot of turmoil in the Lakers organization. May soon be, I guess, resolved in the later offseason. But at the moment, you have Brooklyn up 10 with 3 minutes left, and that game may be finished. And you will have Boston playing Brooklyn in the first round, which doesn't excite me as much as most people uh, would think. I think that Brooklyn still has a chance to win the finals with Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and maybe a healthy Ben Simmons. We'll see down the road. And in a later game tonight, you have Minnesota taking on the Clippers. I would not be shocked if Minnesota comes out and destroys the Clippers in this game, and you see the Clippers playing the winner of the 9 and 10, which will happen tomorrow. In other news, Champions League, Real Madrid came back from being down 3-0 to Chelsea with a insane game-winning header by Karim Benzema in the overtime first half. And then you also have Bayern Munich, huge for those who don't know, Bayern Munich being a ginormous German juggernaut, losing to a lonely Spanish Villarreal today. So that is about all of the ginormous news out there for me today and in the sports world. I would again like to say thank you to the pride of the Philippines,
You're.
G. I fucking love you, man. Thank you for joining my podcast. Um, please make sure to follow him on all social media and go listen to his podcast. It is awesome. And we will finish today's episode with a couple sports facts. In 1931, Joe McCarthy was introduced as the New York Yankees manager. You have in 1954, the Augusta National being won by Sam Snead for the third and final for the third time. And the last note you will have is in 2015 in the 79th U.S. Masters tournament, Jordan Spieth leads to win his first major title against Phil Mickelson and Justin Rose. Shout out UT. He is a former Texas Longhorn, just as the winner of this year's Masters and Scheffler. UT is a great golf school, also football and baseball and basketball. Love UT. Go Hook 'em Horns. And for that, I will end on that note. Again, shout out to my guest. Shout out to all my listeners. I appreciate you all. Till next time, peace out.
Deuces.
Oh, we got to stop recording.